Welcome back to AI Today with Dr. Badeau. We are exploring how we can leverage AI tools to develop a business plan, and I'm going to show you some capabilities and how you can use tools like ChatGPT. We'll touch on Cohere, so I can show you a little bit of the differences and what they produce and the detail that both of them do. Both of them equally good. Just a little bit of a different perspective, as we always like to say. But there are other tools that are out there that you can leverage, like Live Plan is a good example, Biz Plan, Jasper, AI. There's a ton of them out there that you can use. So don't think that you just have to use this one, but everything though is really going to be around how you're prompting the AI, how you're asking it those certain questions, and really then what do you do after you get some of those responses back? And so, as everybody pretty much knows, I'm down in Key West, and so we're going to focus on something that's going to be a little bit of fun, and we'll just use this as an example. But for instance, we're gonna start to try to figure out how we may want to set up a holistic spa and salon in Miami, for example. And so, what we will do is just start with coming up with a prompt, and really, at the end of the day, there's no wrong prompt. Okay, I know can be intimidating. Uh, do not use this like Google, though. Think about it that you've got, as we did in the I talked about in the first segment. Think about how you have your assistant that is going to go get information for you and really conduct all that market research that you need. And so you're just going to be communicating with somebody like that. And so treat the AI just as you would an assistant. And so we will start by saying, can you show me a template for a business plan that is in the market of salons and spas, and I would like to have information about the Miami, Florida region. You know, Terrible sentence, right? Awful. And I'm the worst typer and speller probably in the world. But just gives you an idea, though, of what sort of things are going to happen. And so it's going through and starting to generate information about the format of what your business plan could look like, and concepts, mission statements, actually pretty good mission statement actually, and certain objectives which you want to do, and then as you're going through the different sections of the that it's generating, you're starting to see some additional detail that it's starting to ask for, your company description, your market analysis, and we'll talk about that, and I'll show you how to do that in one of the next segments that we have. Your marketing strategy, what your organization and your management looks like, your services, your financials, and of course your operations, and then your appendix. And that's a pretty good template for you. There are some that are out there that are like 20, 30, 40 pages. That's too much. Business plans really should be focused. You should have your information very succinct, which is why using a tool like this is so fantastic, because I am very verbose when I type, and when I write. All of my friends and colleagues would tell you that I am an editor's nightmare when it comes to that. Using this AI allows me to get my thoughts across, but have it put in a very, very easy, succinct way. Now, I just showed you what it looks like for what something like ChatGPT will generate. Well, let's go over to Cohere, because we always want to try and give a couple of different perspectives on the tools and the same things. And so I'm looking. Cohere, the interface is really easy. I've shown you on this a few times. We are in the chat playground area. Again, another one that is fantastic to use, and so it's very fun actually, and easy as well. And so we're just going to drop that in. Ignore some of these things up here. These are just some of the standard things that I have that pop up that are out there. But we're gonna just ask the question, and we'll see what it comes back with. And so it's got an executive summary. It's starting to do something very similar. What the company description looks like. Your products and services. So it's getting a little bit more fine-tuned and fine-grained on what some of those products and services are going to be. Your market analysis, pretty much the same things that we got from ChatGPT, just a little bit in different orders. A little bit of details are a little bit different because this, you can see the projected financials and much more detailed from the financial aspect of things and things that you should look for and try to want to accomplish. And so very good though, nonetheless. It really is going to be your preference on where you want to start and what you want it to look and feel like, and that's really important. Now, first thing that we're going to do, I could deep dive into one of these right off the bat. We will get there here in a second, but I do want to show you guys something that is very helpful. And we're going to say, can you put this in a PowerPoint, setup? Let's see what it says. Sometimes it'll work. We're doing this live. Sometimes it'll work, and sometimes it will, not work quite as well. But it's going through the process. It's thinking about things. Now, remember, using these tools, allows you to save time. Any way that you can save time is important because, again, you can focus on more important things. But asking it to do certain things. Can you generate data? Can you go get me this information? Can you put it in a PowerPoint slide deck for me? That is key, because any time that you can do something like that, again, saves you time. And that's what we want to use our AI tools for, is to try to save time, across the board. There are going to be some programs, some AI programs that cannot do that. There are going to be others that can, but it's always worth it to ask the question. Now, ChatGPT has said that it can, and so we're going to open it up. Now, you will see something like this that says, here's the code that it's generating and things like that. Now, the reason I'm showing you this is I don't want you to panic when you see something like this, because it could be a little bit intimidating, which is why I'm showing you this stuff right now. So don't panic. We're going to come over here. We're going to look at the analysis. We're going to show some of the details because it is the Python code that is using it. If you know Python, that's great. You can cut and paste this right in. Watch one of the other earlier shows where I walk you through something like this. But this could be the outcome that you have. And why? Because I didn't do a very good job asking it a prompt, right? So what I want to do is, can you export the business plan information into a PowerPoint slide deck? Now we're going to try this and see if it'll generate the PowerPoint slides for us. Again, nothing wrong with what I did. However, the AI interpreted it slightly different than what I wanted it to do. I wanted it to just generate the darn PowerPoint presentation. But what it did is it gave me the Python code to go out and do that. And so while it is thinking, I want to see if we'll see some of the things that you can do, with that. And so that's the thing. And one of the fun things also at the same time is if you ever want it to talk to you, you can do some stuff like that too. So just food for thought for you all as you're looking at those sort of things. Now, you can see up here, boom, it downloaded it. We're going to open this file, and I'm going to show you what the output is with this. So give me a quick second while my PowerPoint opens. Boom, here is our PowerPoint slide deck. It is a great start for what our plan looks like. Now you can see some of the formats may be off a little bit, but that's stuff that you guys can do pretty easily, as well. And there's some things that you can do. I can prompt it to do some other things to make sure that, I could say, don't put any stars or additional information in it. I want it to look like it did on the screen. It'll change some of the formats for you. But overall, you can see that it's generated the information that we're looking for, the main points that we want to hit on. And as we're deep diving into this, then we will be able to figure out what some of those other key points are. Now, again, difference in how I prompted it. The first one I said, can you do, just generate a PowerPoint presentation? Not very specific, so it gave me the Python code to do that. I changed that a little bit. I massaged what my prompt was, and finally was able to, not finally, the second time, give me, a little bit of, some leeway. The second time, it generated the PowerPoint presentation as I was looking to do that. Now, from here, you can go anywhere that you want. You can pick a topic that you want to deep dive into. You can address other things that are just as important to you as you're trying to figure out what this business plan is going to look like. We can talk about some additional topics. We can go in a million different directions now that we have, all of this information really teed up in a nice framework, and, very easy to go in a whole bunch of different directions with this. Now, I want everybody to stick around. When you come back, we will start really deep diving into the marketing perspective, as well as looking at the strategy, and then even some of the services and the product lines. And we may be able to touch on some financial stuff just really quick to show you how it can work as we move forward. But stay with us. We'll be right back after this short commercial break to show you some more ways that you can use AI tools to help with your business plan. Stick around.